Hi everybody, Sarah Trapani. Thank you for practicing today. We're working on dancer pose today and we're taking a Vinyasa yoga flow in order to get there. So let's start on the back. Make your way down on the back for a moment to unwind and arrive in your practice today and let everything else outside the space of this moment fall away. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it out. Let your shoulders drop down. Relax the whole body from the base of the skull, down along the spine, down into the hips, all the way out through the toes. So we bring your awareness into your body by noticing the natural flow of the breath, moving in and out of your nose, and staying with that focus of the breath moving in and out of the nose. When you inhale, reach your arms overhead and take a long full body stretch from toes to fingers. Big full inhale stretch. When you exhale, bring your hands through heart center and step your right foot on the ground. Press through your right foot and then hug your right knee in toward your side rib. Give it a squeeze. And hold there, drawing that right thigh in toward the side waist. Then let that right knee fall open to the right sole of the foot coming onto the inside of the knee. Let that right knee stay open. Draw your left knee in toward your body. Keep pressing that outer right knee toward the ground as you traction that left thigh in toward your body. Keep your right foot flexed. Breathing there, keeping the shoulders relaxed. Good. And traction that left thigh in a little closer. Then extend your left sole of the foot toward the ceiling, hands behind the thigh bone calf or reaching up for the toes. Now keep that right knee opening out to the right. Any amount that's available. Keep the throat soft, the center of the chest soft, and then draw your belly in, bring your face towards your knee toward your face as you exhale out. And then release your left foot down onto the ground, press through your left foot, hug your right knee in, flex your right foot, and then release your right foot onto the ground. We're extending that left heel straight out. We're bringing that right knee over to the right a couple degrees. Now bring your heel really close toward your sitting bone. Reach your right hand around for the top of that right foot. Point your right toe and try to drag your right toe underneath so that you're bringing your right toe toward the outside edge of your right hip. You're going to have to lift your right hip on top of the left a little bit to accomplish that. And then let the top of the right foot come onto the ground. And this is a really intense quadricep stretch. You'll see it better when we come into the other side. But be with it for a moment, resting your hands on your belly and allowing a natural lower back curve. If it's too intense, come out of it at any point. The top of that right foot is pressing. Take an inhale, expand the belly into your hands. And then when you exhale, we're going to roll over to that left side. Reach your left arm alongside the ear, roll over to the left side. Reach your right hand around for the top of that right foot. And we're going to kick the top of that right foot into the hand. And let's hold there. Good. So we're essentially mimicking the dancer pose shape here, pressing the top of that right foot into the hand. Good. And feeling also that opening in the front of the right chest and pectoral muscle and the bicep. And inhale, and then exhale. Slowly come back onto your back. And as you do that, draw the right knee in, step your left foot on the ground, and then release your right leg out straight and long on the floor. Reach both arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hug your left knee in. Give it a squeeze. Traction that left thigh towards you. Then release that left foot to the inside of your right inner thigh. Let the left knee drop open so we're in a reclined tree. And then hug your right knee in toward the body. Keep letting that left knee fall open with the left foot flexed. And draw that right knee toward your underarm. Keep resting the shoulder blades. Keep the collarbones broad. And breathing there. And then extend the right sole of the foot toward the ceiling. Reach up toward the calf, ankle, or toes. Keep that left knee opening out. And open your elbows. Draw your nose toward your knee toward your nose as you exhale. And then release your head back. Step your right foot onto the ground. Press through your right foot, hug your left knee back in for a squeeze. And then we're going to extend that right leg out. Point your left foot. And then start to bring that left toe to point toward the floor. The left knee is going to start to move forward. And then you have to roll over to the right a little bit. And then work the top of that right foot onto the ground. You're bringing that heel close toward the outside edge of your hip. Now that might feel very too intense today. If that's too intense, you can always skip right over to laying on your side like we did on the other side with the left hand touching the left outer edge of the foot. Good. Pausing there. You could reach your right arm up alongside the ear for more challenge. Just really opening that whole side seam of the body. Really deep quadricep stretch. Don't overdo. This is a little more of an advanced movement. So if it doesn't feel right for you, roll to your right side and wait. And then we're all going to roll to the right side together, rolling to rest the head on the right bicep. And take the top of your left foot and kick that foot into the hand into the foot. That right knee can be a little bit bent to stabilize you. Keep lengthening that left knee away. Feel that left shoulder peel away from the ear. And inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to slowly come back down towards center. I think we did this on the other side. Draw your left knee in again. Then release your left foot onto the ground. Give it a press. Extend your left leg out straight. Bounce your knees. Reach both arms overhead. Take an inhale. Point and flex your feet. And then exhale. Draw your knees in. Cross one ankle on top. And we're going to rock and roll on the spine and rock all the way up to sit. Find your way all the way up to sit. Finding yourself in a cross-legged seat. Pressing the hands through heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Look up. Exhale, roll over the knees. Come into tabletop. From tabletop, fan the fingers wide. Tuck the toes, send the hips toward the heels. Walk your hands forward quite a bit. Then lift the sitting bones up and make your way into downward dog. Pedal out the feet. Lifting one heel at a time. And downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, stretch your right heel high into three-legged dog. Open your right hip. Stack that right hip on top of the left. Draw that left thigh bone back and up. Stretch that left heel of the hand away from the knee on the inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, lightly step the right foot right between the hands. Spin your left heel down, cartwheel up to warrior two. Turn your right palm up, reverse warrior. Left hand to left thigh, right arm sweeps up and over. And inhale, exhale, belly in, slow cartwheel. Release your hands to frame the front foot. Bring the left heel over the toes. Press through the right foot and step right between the hands. Fold into Uttanasana, let your head go. And wrap your hands behind your calves as you gently fold. Let the crown of head melt. Now take your hands right onto your lower back sacrum for a little press. If it's available, interlace the fingers, wring the arms away from the back. Then press through the feet, lift the belly slowly, come on up. And we're dropping the tailbone down. Good. Now shift into your right foot. Start to lift your left heel and point your left toe toward the back of your sitting bone. Then reach your left hand around for the top of your left foot. Take your right hand on your hip. This is a fine place to stay for now. Pressing the top of that left foot into your hand so you feel that little opening of the chest and a length from the left hip down through the center of the knee. Draw your ribs in. If it's available, reach your right arm up alongside the ear, spinning your right pinky in toward the midline of the body. Draw your lower ribs in and hold there. Now bend your right knee. Gently release your left foot. Take your right hand down so the thumb comes to the center of the sternum. As you lift your left knee, bring your hands to heart center and cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh into this standing figure four. Now this is also a fine place to stay. If it's available for you, you can start to turn to the right any amount, and you may be able to bring your left elbow and try to hook it in the arch of that left foot and look to the right. Inhale. Exhale, come right back up. Lift your left knee. And then release your left foot down. Lift your heels and lower a couple of times to wring out the feet. Find your shoulder blades right on the back. Shift your weight into your left foot. Start to bring your right heel toward the sitting bone. Maybe you're going to stay there, or you're going to reach down for the top of your right foot. Not the ankle, take the top of the foot so you have a little more room. We're warming up. So press through the top of the right foot and engage that foot into the hand into the foot. You can even take your left hand on your belly, your lower belly, give it a little press to bring more awareness there. So the core is really containing in toward the spine. Then if it's available, lift your left arm right up alongside the ear. Let the right knee drop down as you reach the left fingertips up. Then you start to bring that left thumb down toward the center midline as you lift your right thigh. Bring your hands together at heart center. Bend your left knee and cross your right ankle on top of the left for your figure four. Good. Wobbling is okay. Now we're going to start to turn. Bring that right elbow around toward the ankle and turn just a slight bit. And then slowly, it's okay if you fumble out. Come on out, lift your right knee, and then slowly release your right foot down. Release both arms down, pedal out your feet. Take your feet a little wider than the hips. Inhale, reach on up, look up, palms press. Exhale, open into a swan dive. Fold, crown of head last. Feet a little wider apart. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms. Step back into plank pose. Bring your knees down, come all the way down onto your belly. Take the feet flat. Glide the chest through for cobra or upward facing dog, shoulders down. Press through the tops of the feet, spread the chest. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Stretch your left heel high. Three-legged dog. Open your left hip. Stack it on top of the right. Keep drawing your right thigh bone back. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your left foot between the hands. Spin your right heel down. Cartwheel up to warrior two. Rooting through the feet. And into reverse warrior, left palm up. Right hand to right thigh. Stretch the left arm up and over. Keep dropping that left thigh down. On the inhale, look up. Exhale, belly in. Release your hands to frame the front foot. Swing the back heel over the toes. And step right forward, right between the thumbs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take your hands onto your lower back. Interlace the awkward finger on top. Let the arms peel away. Then drop the tail, lift the belly, slowly come on up. And coming up to stand. Now let's prepare to come into our dancer pose. So I'm just repositioning myself so that you can see a little better as we walk through our Natranjasana dancer pose. We start in Tadasana, feet are hip width distance apart. Nice line from first and second toe, right up to the center knee, right up to the center hip. Then hands on hips, nose over navel. We'll start with the right foot pressing down. And let's come into it this way, where we start to lift your left knee, lift your left thigh. Take your hands in front of your left shin and hug your left thigh in toward the body. And we're going to point that left foot. Take our left hand to the top of the left foot. And then keeping your hand on the top of that left foot, let the right knee spill forward and down. We're going to take this variation with the left hand on the outside edge of the foot. Ribs are in, then reach your right arm up alongside the ear. Kick the foot into the hand into the foot. Left inner thigh spirals up toward the ceiling. Good. Right toes are spread. Take your first finger and thumb to touch, Gyan Mudra. Spread your chest. Right fingertips are energizing upward. Left baby toe energizing upward. One more inhale. Exhale slowly. Release that left knee down. Release the right hand onto your hip. Release your left foot, lift your left foot, flex. Extend your left heel all the way straight and then lower it down. Good. Pedal out the feet. We're going to take dancer pose again. So let's do shifting your weight into your right foot a little more strongly, hands on hips. A little micro bend through that left knee so it's not hyperextended, and that will make you feel more stable. The left toes are spread. Start to lift your right knee. Take your hands to the front of your right shin. Lift your right thigh as high up as you can toward your side waist. Point your right toe. And then take your right hand down onto the top of that right foot. Let the right knee fall straight forward in alignment with the hip joint, and then the right knee pointing down toward the ground. Right shoulder blade is on the back. We're taking this with the right hand on the outside of the foot so that we keep that right knee in alignment with the hip and it doesn't splay out. Makes it a little more challenging as opposed to having that right hand on the inside of the foot. And then you reach your left arm up alongside the ear, Gyan Mudra, first finger and thumb touch, other 3 fingers spread on that left hand. Maybe you stay there, or you're able to kick the foot into the hand into the foot, and lift up any amount into your Natranjasana. The drishti is either on the floor, the focal point on the floor, or a little higher up, or toward the fingertips. More challenge. Inhale. Exhale, gently release. Right knee comes down. Left hand to the hip. Lift your right knee, extend your right leg out straight, then lower it down. Good. Step your feet a little wider apart. Toes turned in. Go ahead and fold. Let your head go. Shake it out. Take a big inhale. Exhale, let it out. Then turn your toes out. Drop your tail. Come down into Malasana, yogic squat. In Malasana, the elbows are on the insides of the knees. Thumbs connect toward the center of the chest. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale. And when you exhale, release your fingertips to the floor. Take them a little wider out. So you're using your arms to really open the knees and let the chin drop down. Let the tailbone sink a little more. Good. And then reach your arms forward to help balance you. Palms press and then sit down. Squeeze your knees in. Flex. Flex your feet. Zip your feet together. Rest your forearms on tops of your knees. Lift your knees up into your forearms. Feel that deep lower belly engagement. And then open your knees, soles of feet together. Lift up through the chest. Inhale, exhale. Fold, wrap your hands, cup your hands around your toes. Open your elbows and melt forward. Take that fold for a moment. Baddha Konasana. Let the outer knees drape down. Then drop the tail. Bring your knees in. Extend your legs out straight. Reach for your toes. Fold. Inhale, lift up, lengthen through the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, belly in. Belly in. Come all the way down. And find yourself on your back. And when you arrive on the back, take a full inhale. Exhale, let it out. Bring your soles of feet together. Let your knees splay open. Take your hands on tops of the quadriceps. From the hip with the heels of your hands, press the quadriceps away from the hip. Do that a couple times. Press the quadriceps away from the hip, just gently making space in your lower back. And then squeeze your knees in. Bring your feet onto the floor. Press through the feet. Gently lift the hips and pelvis coming up toward your bridge. Drag one shoulder at a time underneath. Interlace the fingers. Press through the feet. Lift the chest toward the chin. You might feel much more open than usual after all that quadriceps opening and front body opening. And we're going to inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, melt down, upper back, middle back, Lower back melts down. Hug both knees in. Come to full happy baby. Reaching around for the outside of the feet if you can, or the ankles. Relax the corners of your eyes, the corners of your mouth, and rock a little bit. Good. Then release your feet onto the floor. Give the feet a few taps. Extend one leg out, extend the other leg out, and find Savasana, palms facing up. Let your head roll from side to side. Really unwind. Take the heels a little wider. Take the arms away from your body more. Let the floor support you. Let all the movement that you did integrate and metabolize. All the systems of the body arriving back in their naturally harmonious state. As all the tension in the face dissolves away. Stay in Shavasana as long as you would like today. When you feel ready, you can start to wiggle fingers and toes and reach the arms overhead for a reset stretch. Take a full inhale, lengthening. Exhale, draw the knees in. We're going to roll to the left-hand side. Take a moment to pause with the head in the crook of the arm. Then using your hand, your right hand to support you, gradually press on up and make your way up again into your cross-legged feet. Thank you for practicing. I hope you had fun practicing Natranjasana, dancer pose. Wishing you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, always trust on the journey. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Please subscribe, like, share my videos, and take care.